Hi, I'm Marky.
And I'm Freddy.
Welcome to another week of deals. Our promise is to help you find the best games at the best possible price. We already did the search for you and looked into various retailers as well as the PlayStation Store to find you the best deals for this week.
Before we start, please remember to give us a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and click in the bell icon for notification. It will help our channel grow. All right, with that being said, let's get started. We checked many retailers like Best Buy and Target. We didn't find any amazing deals, but PlayStation Store, on the other hand, is killing it for the next 2 weeks. The first game we have on PlayStation Store is Battlefield 5 for $399, dropping all the way from $30. If you want to be at the heart of World War II, then Battlefield 5 is the game to grab. This is a first-person shooter. The game is fast-paced, which is what you would predict in a World War setting. Playing online would allow 32 players against 32 players to compete against each other. So a lot of things are happening around you at the same time. The scale of the battlefield is huge, but don't worry, you won't be alone. You'll be part of a squad of 4 players where you can be the assault, the recon, or the medic. Each player has a different role and as a result different strategy and gameplay. This game will be a lot of fun if you can play with friends helping each other out, especially when it comes to ammo and health. The battlefields are diverse, such as playing in collapsed cities or islands by the ocean or desert. If you want to play the game offline, however, you have that option too, and you can play the short campaign. During the campaign, you'll be playing in airplanes, tanks, and visit many diverse settings. However, the game is famous for online play. The game got a lot of critiques from hardcore fans because of the fast-paced mechanic, which led to a lot of mixed reviews. But if you're new to this series, you will have a great time since you don't have any expectation to start with. The price for the game for $399 is just perfect to grab. The game won't get any lower for the next couple years. In fact, the price will bounce up once the sale is over, around July 7. I should just mention that the game was part of the PlayStation Plus free game for last month. So before you make any purchase, just check your library to see if you have it. If not, then you can make the purchase for it.
Sales keep moving along on the PlayStation Store, and we're going to be keeping it going with Detroit Become Human. Normally $19.99, it's now 50% off at $9.99. Detroit Become Human takes a little bit of a different turn compared to Battlefield. Instead of a full World War II shooter, you're actually taking a deep personal story through the lives of 3 individuals in a distant future where androids are the next big helpers of mankind. Now, there's a lot of symbolism, there's a lot of metaphor, there's a lot of social commentary in this game. And this is made by the developers who have made other titles like Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. So it's a very story-heavy game, minimal gameplay, but a lot of that impact is drawn off of the story choices that you make. You have so many different paths and so many different ways of handling situations. Some you need to make on the fly, some you have some time to think about. But they really drastically affect the ending into a myriad of different endings in total. The game at half off is definitely the way to do it. And if you want something that has a little more meat to the bones when it comes to story, when it comes to character development, and when it comes to interesting situations, definitely add this to your collection as soon as you can.
Yeah, Marky, I never played Detroit Become Humans before, but I played Heavy Rain, and I remember that game has like 17 endings, and I definitely got the worst ending out of all of them. Anyway, continuing with PlayStation Store, and by the way, these games will be all digital, so you purchase the game and you download right away. You don't need to buy any physical disc or anything. All right, the next game we have is Return to Arkham for $4.99, dropping all the way from $25. This is a remaster to Arkham Asylum that was released back in 2009 and Arkham City that was released in 2011. So basically, you're gonna buy the 2 games for the price of 1. The game now includes all the DLC, which will add extra contents and will add all the Batman suit from all generation of Batman. For example, I'm a really hardcore Batman fan, so it was very fun to play the animated Batman skin. Or you also have the option to play Batman from 1970s with that weird blue suits. Arkham Asylum was great at its time, but playing now in 2021, you might feel a little limited in what you can do. Basically, the game has a lot of punishing. Then you can use detective mode to go around the locked door. Then you go back into punishing mode, and so on and so forth. And the setting is the biggest problem in this game because it just takes place in the prison in Gotham City. However, the second game, Arkham City, which is where things got really matured and the game got a lot better. First, now you can go through Arkham City. And the city has a lot of things going on. On top of that, Batman now has a lot of gadgets in his belts to use. So you start to think like Batman in the way he hides and the way he plans his attacks and uses his technology to beat the enemies in a very stealthy way and a fun way. The story is much, much better. The fighting mechanics are super smooth and fun. And on top of that, you get to play with Catwoman, which is a great spin to the gameplay and the story as well. So overall, Arkham Asylum is a good game. Arkham City is a great one to have, and for $4.99, it definitely is the lowest price we ever seen for this bundle. It's definitely time to purchase it because I don't think it's gonna get lower whether you buy it now or after a couple years.
PlayStation Store is killing it with the deals, but best of all, it's killing it with the variety of deals there is. And we're going to be going a little bit retro, actually. We're going Aladdin and Lion King collections down to $7.99, originally $19.99. Now, for a lot of the Nintendo enthusiasts who have been moving over to PlayStation, if you haven't remembered, Aladdin and Lion King, these are the Genesis and the Super Nintendo versions, mostly the Super Nintendo. It does take also some of the handheld versions from the Game Boy as well, and puts it in one big bundle for you to enjoy. If you're itching to play the classics, then this is the way to go. Because they allow a lot of different features that allow you to kind of ease into the high difficulty of these games, because they are very difficult, definitely a relic from the old times. But they actually help you out with some instant saving features, some quick rewinding if you wind up dying, so that way you don't need to start the level over. And you have 3 different versions of each game to play. So whether you grew up on the Genesis, whether you grew up on the Super Nintendo, whether you were playing on the Game Boy, you have each version to play, and you can even try one of the versions you never grew up with and learn a whole nother side of the game. These games are part of a lot of those retro collections that have been coming out every now and again, and they're definitely worth grabbing because game preservation is always important, and getting a little bit of the past to keep with you in the modern era is always a big win. And for a low price as $7.99, you can't go wrong. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and grab it.
Alright, some notable mentions on PlayStation Store as well. Remember to grab Star Wars Squadrons for free. I think it will stay free until Tuesday night. After that, it will go away from PlayStation Plus as a free game. Remember, when you claim a game from PlayStation Plus, it will stay in your library forever as long as you're still a member for PlayStation Plus. And we should have a video in the future about it, how to get subscription for free. You can definitely get it for $30 instead of $60, and it's gonna pay off itself because every month give you 2 free games and a lot of discounts on the deals that you find on PlayStation Store. The first notable mention that we have also is Yakuza Collection for $25.99. And we talked about this game in previous videos, so you can check them out. If you prefer to buy 3 alone or 4 alone or 5 alone, each one of these is for $10. But again, it will be cheaper to buy all 3 together for $25.99. The last notable mention I have is Nier Replicant. This game is not cheap because it's still relatively new, but I figured I'll put it there because this is also the lowest price we've seen for this game so far. The game is currently for $44.99, dropping all the way from $60. If you haven't played Nier Replicant, there is the game that was released before it, Nier Automata. I don't think the game is on sale, but should be a lot cheaper, and it's a great way to start the series. Definitely recommend that game, but maybe wait for Nier Automata until it go more on sale. But Nier Replicant, if you played the previous game, this is a good price for it.
We hope you enjoyed this video, but please let us know in the comments if you played any of the games that we've mentioned.
Also, let us know if you prefer to play games with friends or do you like playing by yourself in a story-focused games. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.
Thank you, and please check our channel next week for more sales.